There's some relief there coming in for the journalists now from the courts. Let's get you other news. This is regarding aggrieved students protesting parents. These are protests by medical students and their parents that has today entered day 5, and this is against the reservation in the Maharashtra medical colleges. All of that calculation that changed with the recent announcement of the EWS quota. Due to the implementation of both the EWS, the economically weaker section, as well as the Maratha quota in the state, there are seats available for general category students has shrunken, drastically reduced. The general category students here say that the first list of admissions is now out. Hardly any of them have gotten through despite good marks. Most of the general category students here claim that they have either now to compromise on their choice of course, subjects to be picked, or choose a different state altogether to pursue their medical studies further. Parents of some of these students today, in fact, met with the MNS chief Raj Thackeray for some assurance, for some relief that could come their way. Raj Thackeray is saying that he'll speak to the chief minister about this soon.
Firstly, by the state, I was getting surgery and orthopedics in good places in the state, and also I want the ENT branch. I was getting in KEM and Science, like the top reputed institutes. But because of the reservation thing, I have not got anything via state, and only via All India quota I have managed to secure a seat in BGMC Pune. And we have got such great ranks, but people who have not done so great in the merit thing, but because of the reservation thing, they are getting better seats than us. So where do we go?
So far there has been no relief from the courts. We parents group have approached both the High Court as well as the Supreme Court. What we are currently saying is the batch who has already taken the entrance exam, they should not be subjected to this, and the SCBC Act itself protects the current batch. Section 16(2) protects the current batch from the applicability of the reservation under this Act. Despite this, the courts are considering that hopefully we get the relief for our students on this account.
Excessive reservations which the state has got with the SCBC and the EWS has affected the students, because earlier there was only 50% reservation, and the Supreme Court judgment is there to protect the 50% for the open category, which has got encroached. The deserving student who have worked hard and got ranks on merit, last year they had seats with that same rank, but this year they are not able to get. So out of the 50%, now 16% is going to SCBC and 10% to EWS. So in the government category, we have got only 22 to 23% seats, whereas in private, the calculation has got errored in the way they have calculated the SCBC on the entire institute and NRI, but taken the deduction from the open categories.
Let's get in further details. We have with us our correspondent Apeksha with those inputs here. Apeksha, is this gross miscalculation on part of the state government here in implementing these new quotas? Because even as an instruction that came in from the central government, particularly for EWS, it should not eat into the general category. It should instead be implemented only after increasing the seats.
That's right, Sahar. In fact, when the 10% for EWS came in, the centre had categorically said that this will be over and above the reservation. It will not affect the number of the open category students, and also when it is implemented in proportion to the 10%, the number of seats for medical, for the postgraduate course will also be increased roughly by about 25%. But that hasn't happened. And to quickly give you a breakup and to understand how these seats and how the quotas have been divided. Now, for example, in the state quota, there are a total of 972 seats. Now, out of 972 seats, 50% is reserved for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, the nomadic tribes and the other backward castes. Now this figure comes up to 486. Now the rest 50% is further divided into 16% SEBC, which we are commonly calling it as the Maratha quota. The other 10% is for the economically weaker class, and what is left is just 233 seats, which is about 24% for the open category. Now this is for the state, and another 33 seats from the private colleges. So there are roughly about 270 seats for the open category in the whole of Maharashtra, and the number of students competing for these 270 seats is 2024. So there's a lot of anger and massive outrage among the students who say that this has now become a
yes,
merit
and an
versus
absolute
reservation
imbalance in the
and
calculation that you've given us, Apeksha. But
one
they've been running
stream.
from pillar to post, this protest which has been on since the past 1 week here. But what are the assurances that could come midway, knowing that each given politician, minister, chief minister is busy campaigning now this election season? Let's get in a word here from one such affected parent, Ms. Anju Meswani, with us on the phone line. Appreciate you being with us, ma'am. Students, including parents such as you, who've been protesting against this what is seen as a miscalculation to have squeezed down the general category in this manner. What can you possibly expect at this given point of time? The list is out, the process is still on, no assurances from any given leader.
We expect the government to support us in the matter. The High Court has not yet given us a stay, and we expect the government to at least put a halt to the process right now and give us justice for the situation. We understand that there is election season, but the students are facing a dilemma. Do they continue to be in the process, or should they opt for an option to go abroad? They have been protesting from, we have been there with the students since last week, protesting at JJ first, and tomorrow it's going to be at Sion Hospital, and on 14th we'll be holding a candle march. It's shocking for us to see the state of the students' mind. They are talking about committing suicide, doing rail roko. They are talking about continuous protest, bhook hartal, wherever possible ideas. The election season has put us in a dilemma. We do not know whom to go to, whom to talk to. We have left with no options but to come out on the roads and raise our voices. The government needs to do something, needs to help us so that we get a stay on the process for now. And we will continue to fight it legally. We have been given no other option but to wait for the legal justice. But we expect the government during this time to give us the support.
That's right, to take the legal route, which could take some time here, but there is no. Yes, there is no immediate response either from the state education minister, education secretary, or even the chief minister. Stay with us, please. Let's get in a word here from Ms. Disha Navani, who is educationist at TIS, Tata Institute of Social Science there. Ms. Navani, thank you for being with us. In your view, the manner in which, the unplanned, miscalculated manner in which this reservation is being pushed through?
Yeah, what exactly do you want to know? Hello? Hello?
Ms. Navani, this is regarding the EWS 10% quota here, which is impacting the general category for medical students. Despite an assurance that came in from the central government earlier that the EWS 10% category reservation here would not be eating into the general category, it is still happening here, at least in medical institutes across Maharashtra.
Yeah, so what exactly do you want to know? I mean, what is the question? Hello?
Ms. Navani, my question being here on should there be the nature of redressal that the students should be expecting? Currently, there's still no word out from the government.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, reservation in principle is a good policy because that's why our constitution provided for reservation for communities who are disadvantaged and who suffered a lot of atrocities in the hands of the privileged communities. But unfortunately, one has to see how the way in which it's being implemented and the impact it's having on those communities as well. Because all those communities for whom the reservations are made, not that they are all homogeneous, there are also differences among those communities. So it's like if it's used as a political gimmick, then it's definitely it is unfortunate. Hello?
That's right. Thank you for speaking with us. We're also getting in a word there from the parent here. Appreciate those voices that have shared this latest dilemma which has just been created because of a new reservation category that was announced by the central government. We'll have to leave it at that.